Hello everyone, my name is Antonio Roberts and I'm an artist and curator based in Birmingham, UK. That's my Twitter handle and everything, and if you want to, here's my website, you can find it online. And I'm here today to talk to you about an exhibition that I've created called No Copyright Infringement Intended, and I'm using this as a starting point just to discuss how artists are coming into conflict with copyright through their everyday activities, and really just hopefully for everyone here, some of you who are copyright lawyers, by talking about this you get to understand just how we are navigating it, sometimes intentionally and sometimes unintentionally. So I'm not going to educate you on copyright, you already know about that. But generally speaking, you know, me as an artist, it can be really amazing. As soon as I put pen to paper, I invoke all these copyright laws which will protect me, ensure that I'm able to earn money from it, and so many other things which are wonderful and amazing. The problem is, I don't understand it. Too long, didn't read. When it comes to copyright law, I just don't understand it. So how can I even take advantage of this? Because I'm in the business of making art. I studied a degree for that. I didn't study copyright law. So how can I begin to use it when I don't understand it? And yeah, so this is just basically some pictures from the exhibition itself. And so it happened in Birmingham, actually just finished on the 23rd of September. So you just missed it, sorry. Yeah, and I'm going to talk about two particular works that were in the exhibition as a point of departure to discuss this. The first one is Left Shark. I've got a little model here if you want to see it afterwards. So this focuses on a meme that started in 2015 surrounding a performance that Katy Perry did at Super Bowl. And in this, she had some people dancing around her in animal costumes. One of whom was, or two of them were in shark costumes. One on the left is a bit of a bad dancer, and so it immediately became an internet meme. People loved this. Luckily, I didn't include the music. I'm not sure how much you like Katy Perry. And so immediately the meme started. Everyone was really impressed by this, quite individual, about doing it your own way. And one artist, Fernando Souza, decided to make a 3D model of this, which is, again, there, and put it up on Shapeways for purchasing and download remixing. Katy Perry's lawyers weren't so happy about this. They demanded that it get taken down from the internet. They tried to claim copyright over Left Shark, which to me is quite disturbing because although they did hire the dancer to perform, they did hire the costume, they didn't necessarily create the cultural phenomenon of Left Shark. And even they went even further to try and trademark Left Shark. Luckily this bid was denied, but it still shows that really they have the power to almost abuse copyright because, well, they have lawyers, they have a team of copyright specialists. Fernando Souza did not. Luckily, the model was able to be put back up online, so it's still there for you to download and use. So the next word I want to talk about involves an internet subculture aesthetic called C-punk. So for the uneducated, C-punk generally looks a little bit like this. If you're a fan of kind of Windows 95 graphics, lo-fi aesthetic, digital art in general, you may have come across it through browsing, say, Tumblr. And what happened is, in 2012, Rihanna did a performance on Saturday Night Live of her song Diamonds against a green screen, and what users at home saw was this. She was performing, and in the background were C-punk aesthetics. And after this performance, the internet got a little bit annoyed because they felt this was appropriation of something that was their culture. Something like, C-punk artists aren't necessarily topping the charts. And so they felt she was taking what she could and using it for commercial gain. And Nick Breeze, who you've just heard speak, he's also involved in the exhibition. As a response to this, him and his brother decided to re-green screen for performance and put this video up online. So they re-green screened it and gave it to the internet community to kind of do what they want with it, to remix it, to remake it, in a way to kind of reclaim their culture back, whether it's theirs or not. And here's a couple of remixes. I think there's over 50 ones that you can see online now. And here's a couple. Here's Rihanna remixed as, well, I won't explain it. And here's my remix, for some reason, horses. Again, these vary in length. Sometimes the audio's change, sometimes the video's changed. sometimes changed out of beyond recognition. And yeah, it was kind of liberating because suddenly they're fighting back against the corporations, against those who have the power to utilize and almost abuse copyright. But in the description for the work, Nick Breeze quotes Jacob Chochi saying that was kind of critical, saying, but to claim that we, all of us, are not part of this mutation process ourselves is kind of a lie that's unproductive, different from the creative productive lie that I mentioned before. We have to embrace mutation in all its forms if we embrace it at all. From net kids giving new meaning to the emptiness of commercial space, to art directors getting it wrong, but thus getting it right. This is an exciting cycle that is also painful, like life. Now, to me, this says that this mutation process of making new art cultures and everything is something that we all do. We take from commercial culture. We take from the things that we see everywhere, whether that's billboards, fashion. So that the commercial sector also does the same. It's just kind of part of the process. No? Well, yeah. But and also, if you think about it, C-punk is derived from, again, things that already exist. So this is MIA, who did a video that sort of has the same aesthetics. And this was done years before C-punk was in the mainstream. So, and similarly, yeah, you could even say that you could, they should attribute it to MTV in the 80s when they were doing experimental videos, or even Namjoon Paik, an artist, a pioneer of video art. So should they then pay attribution to them? Should they say that it's not theirs now? And yeah, like Jacob Chochi was saying, like, this is part of a cycle. We get inspired by something, we change it, we mutate it, and then we create something else, and then we do it all again. So again, could we really have gotten angry at Rihanna for appropriating us? Well, in a way, yeah, because again, she has, and everyone else in the commercial sector, have the lawyers who can weaponize copyright. They can use it against us. I don't have a lawyer. I will never do so. But yet, this copyright affects me and my working processes. So I'm almost expected to understand copyright law. Luckily, in the case of Fernando Souza with Left Shark, there was a media outcry. So he was protected and the model went up online, but I don't have such luxuries ever. Please don't sue me. And yeah, so what is the solution to this? Again, copyright. It's too long. I've studied it more so than the average artist, but still, the Statute of Anne, not going to read it. It's too long, not bothering. But I think, as has been addressed earlier in today's presentations, there needs to be an education of what copyright is, not necessarily as an afterthought. Through my art schooling, this was barely even taught, almost like you've made art, now consider copyright. It needs to be thought of as from the beginning and through the creation process. And there are already companies out there who are trying to educate, and this is good that it's being done through the large institutions. So you see on the left, there's a video from Tate, Britain, which is the major gallery in Britain. They've uploaded a video about copyright, which is quite educational. Of course, it skims only the surface in the 4 minutes and 30 seconds that it is. And another company, DACS, who champion the rights of artists. But this is still only the beginning. And I want to kind of argue that copyright is something that can be an interesting topic, can be used as material for creative works, not something that is just law and is an afterthought. So through the exhibition which I curated, again, I was trying to showcase works which dealt with this unintentionally, intentionally, and yeah, these are some pictures from the exhibition. And if you are interested in finding out more, I've got lots of copies of the program. But again, yeah, hopefully this has been education into what the people on the internet and digital people today are creating and how it is coming into conflict with copyright laws. Thanks.